Losers back home. That's what foreigners moving to Da Nang, Vietnam are being called.
This is what $364 gets you in Da Nang, Vietnam.
This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, Japanese style.
Losers back home. That's what foreigners moving to Da Nang, Vietnam are being called. It's a label catching on in places across Southeast Asia that are gentrifying because of foreigners moving in, where people are struggling with the higher cost of living and some foreigners behaving disrespectfully. The phrase loser back home was explained in a comment on my previous YouTube video about Da Nang. Someone wrote, in terms of expats, Vietnam has a way of drawing the lower end of society from Western countries. The locals call them losers back home. I mean, why would anyone that's successful in a developed first world country give up their career and move to a developing country?
I think it's funny because I mean, my whole thing is that I think that's absolutely true. It's terrible to live back home. There's a cost of living crisis back home. And if you move here, you can have a better life, you can have more money, you can have a better house, and you will be higher in social stature.
Right now, in 2025, we're living in the best time to move overseas and live like a king. Digital nomads are skyrocketing all across North America. People leaving North America and heading to Southeast Asia to have a better quality of life and take that USD to up their purchasing power and begin living like a king. You see what I'm saying? This is very serious. The cost of living in North America is skyrocketing and they're currently trying to price people out. So losers back home are leaving the United States, leaving Canada, leaving UK, leaving the tier 1 countries and heading over to Da Nang, Vietnam, getting rent for like $200 a month. Sign me up. You see what I'm saying? If they calling me a loser back home, hey, it is what it is because cost of living is going crazy. And the simple fact of the matter is most people in Canada, in the United States, in the UK, they don't like their job, bro. They working paycheck to paycheck as a means to an end just to survive. So we done woke up and found out that, hey, we living in the perfect window of time right now to capitalize on this digital nomad journey, making money online while living in a cheaper country. This is the #1 life hack of 2025, gang. And I see this growing tremendously over the next 5 years as we head into 2030. A big economic shift is upon us and we living through it right now. It's just simple facts. Vietnam, Thailand, Colombia, Mexico, South Africa, different places on the planet where people are moving to right now to have a cheaper lifestyle, be able to save more, invest more. You can't blame them for doing that. You see what I'm saying? But hey, we're going to dive deep in today's video. $150 a month for rent. Is it possible? Let's find out.
I'm paying only $150 USD to live in Da Nang, Vietnam. In a previous post, I was talking about how I made or paid only $78 a month for rent. And then there was electricity, which would end up being about another $70. It was like $140 a month. And a lot of people didn't believe that was even really possible, but it really was. And here in Da Nang, it's $150 for the apartment plus another $70 for electricity per month. Really, it's not impossible to have such costs here in this country. Hey, if you don't believe me, well, maybe you need to come here and check it out. But most people will realize that it is totally possible. And I was paying $78 a month in Nha Trang. And it was totally possible there because Nha Trang, at the time, especially, wasn't getting a lot of tourism. So it was really affected negatively. But not all parts of Nha Trang cost so little. You can spend substantially more in Nha Trang. It was just that I understood the neighborhood that I wanted to live in and where I could pay the least amount.
$150 a month. Bro was spending $150 a month, gang, on rent. You ain't getting that where you're from. In North America, they are trying to price you out. $2K for a 1-bedroom apartment, easy, minimal. Studio, you might get it for $1,500 a month, where you could be getting a 2-bedroom apartment for the same price if you was living over there in Southeast Asia. This is why people are moving to Vietnam right now, to be able to up their purchasing power. Your dollar goes so much farther over there. And this is something that people have been doing for years, but we living in that perfect window of time right now to capitalize on this. I don't feel like this opportunity gonna be here forever. You see what I'm saying? People are starting to catch on. A lot of tourism is heading to Southeast Asia as we speak. Asia might just be the new Mecca, the new American dream. You see what I'm saying? The best way to beat the matrix right now is to never feel inflation, bro. Never feel inflation. And the best way to do that is to take your tier one currency and fly far, far away. But just exactly how cheap are these prices? How low does it go? And what are the different types of lifestyles that you can live overseas? Is it feasible? Tap in, let's find out.
2 weeks in Thailand turned into 7 months of traveling throughout Southeast Asia. So here's my Vietnam apartment tour. This is everything I left America with, and looking back, I packed completely wrong. Things that I didn't need, like all those polyester clothing from Shein, I ended up throwing away. So if you're thinking about traveling throughout Southeast Asia, just backpack and carry only essentials. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath Japanese style apartment with the kitchen, living room, dining room area, balcony, and sauna. The couch and the mattresses were firmer compared to the US. I preferred to sleep on the queen bed compared to the king bed because it was just way too firm and I cannot sleep like that. And of course, we had a washing machine out on a little balcony, and we didn't have a dryer, so we did use the drying rack. This was my favorite part of the apartment, the sauna in the master bathroom. I was able to just relax and meditate every night after the gym, and it was so peaceful. Now let me show you the other amenities of this building. This building had a decent sized gym, which I spent most of my time at. This was the rooftop pool at night, and this building also has a Japanese onsen, and this is the Japanese restaurant. Another highlight for me was just sitting by the lake and taking nature walks every day. See you in the next one. Bye.
She living lush and plush. And don't get it twisted. Southeast Asia loves foreigners coming to their country. They love that. Why? Because we boost their economy. The people in Vietnam, the people in Thailand, they're not making that much money, not unless you're a successful business person. And even if you are, you're not making the same amount of money as a successful business person back in the US, back in Canada, back in the UK. So when tourism is boosted in these countries, it helps everybody out, bro. It's a win-win for their country. Why you think they allowing Americans, Canadians, and people from Europe to come in and spend their money over there? It boosts the economy, bro. And you tell me if you getting something like that for what you was paying where you're at right now in North America. I promise you, you're not, man. It's just a simple fact of the matter. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it. But how low does it go? What type of lifestyle could you really get into overseas? We about to find out. Let's get it.
This is what you can get for $700 in Hanoi, Vietnam. Welcome to our new apartment that only took us less than a week in total to find. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. It comes with a fully equipped kitchen as well and a 2-in-1 washer and dryer. The unit, we think, was probably recently renovated as some of the things look decently new. Even the TV still has the plastic on it. Everything came fully furnished, 3 aircon units, places to work, and some pretty decent storage as well. We live a little bit higher up and not on the base floor, which is nice. And we also live in a nice, quiet neighborhood, specifically in Taeho, which is known to be a little bit more of the expensive area. Now, everything is included in our rent with the exception of electric, which should only be about an extra $50. But the absolute best part about this apartment is that it comes with a cleaning service twice a week. It's amazing. And I am now spoiled for life.
$364 gets you in Da Nang, Vietnam. I have a studio apartment here located in My An, which is the expat area, and it's 2 blocks away from the beach. I have a king-size bed, a work area with a big LG TV. This is all the storage space that I have. The kitchen comes fully stocked. I got a microwave, I got an induction cooker, I got a rice cooker, a kettle, pots and pans, cutlery. I have what they call a Western style washroom, which means that the shower is separated from the toilet. The sink is outside of the washroom, which is totally fine, but it's also next to my washer and dryer, which is quite rare in Vietnam to have a dryer. And I also have a deck with some chairs. Not the best view, but there's sun. There is also a rooftop pool and a very basic gym. with a great view of the beach. I also get free house cleaning once a week. There's a one-time water fee, which is about $5, and electricity is charged at 3,700 Vietnamese dong per kilowatt. So it just depends on how much you use. So, would you stay here?
And there you have it. The real reason people are moving to Vietnam in mass numbers. Sign me up. I'm moving there, bro. I'm making the move. I promise you. Them prices, you can't beat that. I need that experience. I need to stack up more bread overseas. I need to monetize my lifestyle. By doing this, we inherently beat the matrix. Every single day, we cut costs. Every single day, we invest more. Every single day, we save more. Every single day, we up our status. You see what I'm saying? It makes a lot of sense to live how these people are living. Is this type of lifestyle for everybody? No. A lot of people, they like to spend a lot of money every single day. They don't see a problem in doing that. Me personally, I think it's all about mindset. And if you got a plan with what you're doing, you know you're not going to be there forever. It's just a smart financial move in a window of time where we have a max capacity when it comes to this opportunity. We could really take this opportunity and do a lot of damage with it. We got to take advantage. We got beaches out there. We got good weather. We got access to cleaning services for cheap maids, cheap food, and it's good too. Everybody love them some Asian food. You see what I'm saying? Life experience. We only got one of these. We only got one life to live. So while we here, why not make the best of it? With that being said, it's your boy, The Plug World. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Let's get it.